You're watching ERi-TV and welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. Two patients who have been receiving medical treatment in the hospital in the central region have fully recovered. Road renovation popular campaign being carried out in Eritrea subzone. 3 Chinese astronauts landed in northern China today after 183 days in space. And a ship carrying 750 tons of diesel fuel sinks off Tunisia's coast. The local news. We have an announcement from the Minister of Health. 2 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in a hospital in the central region have fully recovered and have been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,629, while the number of deaths stands at 103. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date stands at 9,733. Minister of Health, Asmara, April 16, 2022. The residents of the administrative areas of Ma'alawia, Mbachelia, Tagra, Zibanzigab, and Mbeto at Eritrea subzone are conducting road renovation popular campaign connecting their areas with Eritrea town. Commending the strong participation, the residents of the administrative areas have been demonstrating. Mr. Adhanom Hagos, administrator of the Ma'alawaya administration, called on the residents to continue their reinforced participation until the conclusion of the renovation of the road. Mr. Adhanom also said alongside the road renovation public campaign, the residents of the Ma'alawaya are conducting soil and water conservation activities with a view to boost agricultural production. Commending for the initiative taken to renovate the 5-kilometer road connecting their administrative area with Eritrea, the residents express readiness to strengthen participation in the popular campaign. Mr. Jonas Gebru, crops development experts at the Agricultural and Land Department in the Central Region, called on the farmers to properly apply natural fertilizers and pesticides in their effort to develop agricultural production. Stating that farmers that applied composed natural fertilizers and pesticides in 2020-2021 have collected double-fold harvests, Mr. Jonas called on other farmers to follow their example. He also called for applying crops rotation on top of application of composed natural fertilizers and pesticides for better agricultural output. Mr. Jonas also said that the program to encourage farmers use natural fertilizers and pesticides has significant contribution in boosting agricultural production as well as availability of fertilizers and pesticides. He also said that a training program on proper use of composed natural fertilizers and pesticides has been organized to about 300 farmers and that has significantly contributed in the development of vegetables and fruits farming. A law-oriented seminar had been organized to students in San Afa subzone aimed at increasing the students' awareness on the basic law of the country and increase their participation in the effort to control crime. Speaking at the seminar, Captain Gabrihiwat Gabriyesus, commander of the police station in the subzone, pointed out that youth are the vanguard for change and must be equipped with the societal ethics so as to be able to play a pivotal role in controlling crimes as well as reinforcing participation and advancing development programs. Captain Gabriel also underlined on the paramount importance of integrated effort on the part of parents, schools, and the society at large in nurturing a responsible and patriotic youth. The participants expressed on the significance of the seminar and developing their understanding of the law and societal values and called for its sustainability. Now back on international news. After a short break. Welcome back. 3 Chinese astronauts landed in northern China today after 183 days in space, state broadcaster CCTV said, ending the country's longest crewed space mission to date. The 2 men and 1 woman, Zhai Xingan, Yun Gangfu, and Wang Yaping, landed safely in a small capsule shortly before 10 a.m. Beijing time after spending 6 months on the Tianhong core module of China's Tiangong space station. Barred by the United States from participating in the International Space Station ISS, China has spent the last 10 years developing technologies to build the Tiangong, the only space station other than the ISS. The country aims to become the best by 2030. It has already landed on Mars and sent probes to the moon, and the country's National Space Administration said it aims to launch a crewed lunar mission by 2029. Tunisian authorities have intensified efforts to avoid an environmental disaster after a merchant ship carrying 750 tons of diesel fuel sank in the Gulf of Gabes of Tunisia's southeast coast. The cause of the incident was bad weather, and authorities were working today to avoid an environmental catastrophe. Barriers are being set up to limit the spread of the fuel and cordon off the ship. This is according to the country's Ministry of Environment. The Equatorial Guinea flagged ship headed from the Egyptian port of Dematia to Malta began taking water about 7 kilometers offshore in the Gulf of Gabes, and the engine room was engulfed. And now a reminder of the top stories. 2 patients who were receiving medical treatment in hospital in the central region are fully recovered. Broad renovation public campaign being carried out in Eritrea subzone. 3 Chinese astronauts landed in the northern China today after 183 days in space. Ship carrying 750 tons of diesel fuel sinks off Tunisia's coast. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.